French funeral home director Isabelle Plumereau, who has found a way to make funerals more eco-friendly using something called a courbicyclette, or a bicycle hearse, to ferry the deceased to their final resting place. Now, I'm all for trying to keep things green, but I don't want any of my loved ones being wheeled to their home going in something that looks like a Mr. Softy cart. Y'all saw it. I mean, does piano music play along as it's rolling? How am I supposed to sell this to my family? Hey guys, you know how Auntie Sarah loved riding her bike? Well, I got a plan. Look, if you're trying to keep things eco-friendly, then why don't you just go old school and use a horse-drawn cart? Now that's how you do it. It's majestic looking and the fertilizer is good for the grass. Everybody wins. And speaking of winning, Dan and Tara Snyder are looking to sell the Washington Commanders. Hey! Y'all know I was teasing. I was just teasing. I should have tried to stretch that Hearst bicycle story for like 5-10 minutes, maybe 30. Y'all know I was playing with you. This is the biggest story. There was much rejoicing. In fact, I think they see it right there. This drop from sports pool hosting site Run Your Pool is just one in a FedEx Field bathroom line long series of celebratory tweets that hit the web just moments after the story break. Like Tom Manitos, who posted this shot of just how long fans have been waiting on this day. Let's not forget this bit of truth from Amish O's fan who tweeted, Dan Snyder is so awful, he stands out as a blight in a city that also includes the United States Congress. Now, blight is an excellent word choice, sir. It's kind of name calling, but not really, which is good because he knows he keeps his lawyers on standby. Then there's this one from Chucky T, who, worried that Dan the man might hit us with the okie doke, tweeted, it's going to be wild when Dan Snyder sees all the celebration from #Commanders fans over today's news. And it's just like, hey, I'm just kidding, which is exactly what I thought. But then I was reminded of how the other owners feel about Dan Snyder by Tyler Conway, who tweeted that someone needs to give Colts owner Jim Irsay another Super Bowl ring for publicly bullying Dan Snyder out of the NFL. Now, if you remember, Jim Irsay was the first team owner to publicly say that Dan Snyder should be kicked out of the Owners Club, believing that there was enough merit to remove him. And if you think he's the only one of them who thinks that, then I've got a football team to sell you. And then again, I wonder what convinced them. What convinced them to go ahead and give Dan the boot? Was it the alleged workplace harassment scandals, the federal investigations that followed those, the alleged threat of Snyder burning the whole league down, or maybe they're just tired of looking at his face? I know we are. Whatever it may have been, we fans thank you, good sirs. And if this sale goes through, I'll be personally starting a drive to have a statue of Jim Irsay put up in place to honor whoever the team gets in their new stadium. Go ahead and do that. We can't put that statue at FedEx. We wouldn't want something bad to happen to it.
That's sewage. Oh.
For now, we're going to go to Reddit's Washington, D.C. page, where a user recently posted the perfect bow tie for today's news. A shot of the obituary from an Eastern Shore newspaper of a 67-year-old Jimmy, a lifelong fan of all things DC sports, except Dan Snyder, who he often referred in names that can't be printed nor said here. And along with the health and happiness of his family and friends, he wished for nothing more than for Dan Snyder to sell the team. Can we all raise a glass for our good friend Jimmy, please? And good sir, wherever you may be, I just hope that you know that your last wish may finally be coming true.